every step through the streets of his hometown evokes a memory of his youth before the army shaped his existence. Jack remembers how he was dreamy and full of hopes, contrasting sharply with the man he has become. In a local cafe, Jack encounters old acquaintances, but avoids prolonged conversations. He feels that no one can truly understand what he went through. His silence is his armor. Jack's parents, still living in the town, try to reconnect with their son. But the emotional barrier between them is palpable. Family meals are marked by uncomfortable silences and frustrated attempts at dialogue. Jack visits the grave of a fallen comrade, speaking softly about their struggles and promising to never forget the sacrifices made. These solemn moments are a constant reminder of his pain. At home, Jack sets up a small memorial with photos of his fallen comrades, plaques, and medals. It is a shrine to his guilt and a daily reminder of his promise to never forget. Jack joins a support group for veterans, where he finds some comfort in the shared stories. But even there, he feels like an outsider, struggling to express his emotions. His only refuge is the old boxing gym where he trained in his youth. There, under the dim light and the smell of sweat and leather gloves, Jack finds a way to release his anger and frustration. Emma Johnson, with her soothing aura, catches Jack's attention from their first encounter. Her face reflects a mix of strength and gentleness, traits she honed in her career as a nurse. They meet when Jack goes to the hospital for a routine checkup. Emma notices Jack's military tattoos and gently starts a conversation about his past in the army. The dialogue between them flows naturally, and Jack is surprised to find himself opening up to Emma about some of his feelings and experiences, something he rarely does. Emma, in turn, shares the story of her brother, creating a deep emotional bond. She understands the pain and emptiness left by war, something Jack finds rare. They begin to meet outside the hospital, first for coffees and eventually for walks in the local park. On these walks, they share stories, laughter, and sometimes tears. Emma becomes a constant presence in Jack's life, bringing new light and hope. Their relationship gradually evolves into something deeper, although neither of them has yet verbalized it. Through Emma, Jack begins to experience moments of genuine joy and peace, something he thought he had lost forever. Carlos shares with Jack how sports helped him find a new direction in life, encouraging Jack to consider alternative ways of dealing with his traumas. In many of their conversations, they recall moments from military life, sharing laughs and tears, remembering both the good and the bad times. These moments of camaraderie are essential for Jack. Carlos introduces Jack to a group of veterans who frequent the gym, creating a sense of community and belonging that Jack had lost. Through training and conversations with Carlos and the other veterans, Jack begins to feel more at ease, slowly opening up to the idea of reintegrating into society. Carlos also becomes a confidant for Jack's problems, offering advice and a different perspective, often helping Jack to see things in a more positive light. In a moment of vulnerability, Jack confesses to Carlos about his feelings for Emma, receiving a mix of friendly teasing and sincere support from his friend. The constant presence and optimism of Carlos help Jack to stay grounded, reminding him that there is life beyond the horrors he witnessed. Jack's routine is interrupted when he begins to notice suspicious cars and strange movements in the neighborhood, awakening his instinct for vigilance. Initially reluctant to get involved, Jack's curiosity and sense of duty lead him to discreetly investigate. Using his skills in observation and tracking, he discovers that influential figures in the community are involved in illicit activities, including corruption and illegal businesses, jeopardizing the safety of residents. Jack documents his findings, facing a moral dilemma about how to act. He confides in Carlos, who advises him to be cautious, but also not to ignore what he has discovered. Determined to act, Jack plans a way to expose the guilty parties without putting himself or others in danger, using old contacts and techniques learned in the army. During his investigation, Jack encounters situations that test his physical and moral limits, forcing him to confront not just the criminals, but also his own fears and insecurities. As Jack gets closer to the truth, the tension escalates, culminating in a risky confrontation that threatens to unravel all his work. While Jack investigates the local mystery, a fire breaks out in a nearby residential building during a quiet night. Without hesitation, Jack runs toward the danger, driven by a deep sense of duty and courage. He enters the burning building, guided by the light of his instinct to save lives. Inside the building, Jack faces a chaotic situation, with frightened residents and rapidly spreading flames. He uses his experience and training to quickly assess the situation. Risking his own life, Jack manages to save several people, including children and the elderly, guiding them out of the burning building through safe and improvised routes. After the rescue, as the firefighters control the fire, Jack is hailed as a hero by the residents and local media. But he remains humble, insisting that he just did what was necessary. This act of heroism serves as a turning point for Jack. He begins to realize that his skills and experiences can be used for good, bringing a new sense of purpose to his life. Inspired by his own courage and the support of the community, Jack finally opens up completely to Emma and Carlos, finding comfort and strength in their renewed bonds and the hope of a better future. After the heroic incident, Jack begins to see his life in a new light. He realizes that his past, although marked by traumas, also endowed him with unique strengths and abilities. The admiration and gratitude of the community make him feel valued and respected, something he had not felt since leaving the army. This helps him reconnect with the people around him in a more meaningful way. Emma, witnessing Jack's courage and change, becomes even more attracted to him. Their relationship, already blossoming, is strengthened by this new bond. Jack and Emma begin to spend more time together, exploring the city, participating in community events, and sharing moments of intimacy and mutual support. Carlos, seeing Jack's transformation, feels proud of his friend. They continue to meet at the gym and now also engage in community activities together. Inspired by his heroic act, Jack begins to consider ways to use his skills to positively contribute to society, perhaps through volunteer work or even a new career. One day, Jack, Emma, and Carlos gather at a community appreciation event. There, Jack delivers an emotional speech, expressing his love for Emma and his gratitude to Carlos and the community. He talks about hope and redemption, touching the hearts of all present. Some weeks after the event, Jack decides to start a training program for youth, teaching them leadership and resilience skills, using his military experience in a positive way. Emma and Carlos support this new venture, helping Jack establish the program and garner community support. The program quickly gains popularity, with many young people benefiting from the life lessons and practical skills taught by Jack. Jack proposes to Emma, and she accepts, solidifying their relationship and beginning a new journey together. Despite diverging paths and evolving lives, Alex, Jenna, Marcus, Sarah, and Tyler's bond remained a constant, a testament to their enduring and unbreakable friendship. Alex, with his natural charm and sharp business mind, had become a successful entrepreneur. He was the kind of person who saw opportunities where others saw obstacles. Jenna, with her creative gaze and artistic soul, had established herself as a respected interior designer. Marcus, always the most practical and analytical of the group, found his niche in the world of technology. Sarah, the most sensible and empathetic, worked as a social worker, dedicating her life to helping others. And Tyler, the kindest and most loyal of all, managed a local bookstore, a haven for story lovers. Life, though busy, was good. However, everything changed when Alex presented a tempting proposal, an ambitious real estate project on the land he had inherited from his family. With eyes bright with enthusiasm, he described how the project would not only be profitable, but also a milestone in their lives. One by one, seduced by the idea and trust in Alex, they all agreed to invest. As the project progressed, problems began to arise. Delays were frequent, and costs exceeded initial estimates. Alex assured everyone that these were just temporary setbacks, but Jenna accidentally discovered the truth. On a rainy night, while working on interior designs in Alex's office, she found receipts and bank transfers that clearly indicated Alex was embezzling money. Shaken by the discovery, Jenna faced a moral dilemma. She knew that revealing the truth could destroy the friendship they had built over the years. But she also understood that silence would mean allowing an even greater betrayal. Determined to confront the situation, Jenna called an urgent meeting with the group. Under the soft light of the fireplace in Tyler's house, she revealed the evidence of Alex's deceit. Reactions varied from disbelief to anger. Alex, cornered, tried to justify his actions, claiming temporary financial difficulties and promising to repay every penny. The friendship, once solid, was now in tatters. Marcus and Sarah felt betrayed. Tyler, though hurt, tried to mediate the situation, seeking to understand Alex's motivations. The heated discussions and emotions on the edge tested the limits of loyalty and forgiveness. The crisis reached its peak when a fire, accidentally started during construction work, consumed part of the project. Faced with this tragedy, the friends were forced to reevaluate their priorities. They realized that, amid ambition and deceit, they had lost something much more valuable: the sincerity and support that had always marked their friendship. In the following months, the group, led by a repentant Alex, united to rebuild what had been lost. They worked together, not only to restore the real estate project, but also to heal emotional wounds. The experience became a journey of redemption, understanding, and strengthening bonds. At the end of the story, the friends, now more mature and united in resilience, looked to the future with a new perspective. The real estate project, renamed The Rebirth, was not just a symbol of their ability to overcome adversity, but also of their skill in forgiving and growing together. However, as they worked on the reconstruction, strange events began to occur. Valuable objects and important project documents disappeared without explanation, sometimes found in unlikely places. Initially, they attributed this to the chaos of construction, but it soon became evident that something more was at play. One night, Marcus, who had an interest in security technology, installed hidden cameras on the site. What they discovered in the footage was startling. A hooded figure roamed the site in the dead of night. The revelation left the group alarmed and confused. Who was this person, and what were they looking for? Determined to unravel the mystery, they set a trap. Jenna, using her design skills, created a fake wall with a secret compartment where they placed fake documents that appeared valuable. The idea was to lure the intruder and capture them. On the night of the trap, everyone hid in strategic spots, ready to act. When the hooded figure appeared, stealthily moving towards the secret compartment, the group surprised them. However, when they removed the intruder's hood, the surprise was even greater. It was a familiar face, someone they knew. It was Brian, a childhood friend who had drifted away from the group over the years. Brian confessed that he was envious of the project's success and the group's unity. He admitted that he was trying to sabotage the project to cause discord, hoping the venture's failure would lead them to drift apart again. Brian's revelation brought a new wave of emotions. Despite the anger and betrayal, the group decided not to take legal action against him. Instead, they offered him a chance for redemption, helping him to find a new path. With the mystery resolved and the project completed, the group of friends reflected on the lessons learned. They realized that even in the most challenging circumstances, true friendship and forgiveness are the greatest treasures. Broken Ties concludes with the friends celebrating the inauguration of The Rebirth, not just as a commercial success, but as a testament to their journey through challenges, betrayals, and mysteries. A story of unwavering friendship, forgiveness, and the eternal quest for mutual understanding.